Hey, folks. So, usually I know what I'm going to say, but I don't always know what I'm going to say because it's just how I am. So, hey, on your we're Dad, you're not alone. We're going to talk about time management. Something that I am really bad about. Don't tell my husband. He's bad about too sometimes. So, um, because of some of the different issues I've told you about before, um, I get so much caught up in my head that I tell myself, I'm going to write this down. I'm going to write this down. And then guess what? I don't write it down. So when I don't write it down, I then forget. Then when I need to do it, I forget to do it. Example, last week, I was supposed to make a doctor's appointment for me and our daughter. Um, and our med appointment, and yeah, I completely forgot to make that appointment until Monday, almost a week later. We got lucky that they had appointments this week. But, and then with this channel, if you haven't noticed, I said, what, a month or so back, that I was, no, couple of months. No, let's make that 3 months almost. That I was going to do, a segment of You're Not Alone. I did it on December 2nd, December 7th, and December 20th. I haven't done one since. The weight loss videos kind of went to the side because I got so caught up in all the music videos we were doing. Because I didn't have a schedule. I was getting all these requests, and I was having so much fun with them, and, was trying to do as much as I could because these artists have so many. And so, when I realized that I was getting nothing accomplished, that the whole reason I started this channel was the weight loss journey. That was my original reason for starting this. It ended up branching out to reactions because I love music, and but I listened to Pandora, and Chad wanted to kind of get me into some other stuff, which was great, because with all of y'all opened the world to us. We're listening to bands in Korea, or artists in Korea, artists in Japan, and just all over. So I'm grateful. But I wasn't getting other stuff done. So, I originally made plans for me, Chad, and our daughter to play a game at least once a week. Wasn't getting that done. Wasn't getting the weight loss videos done. So, the last week, and I still have my business at Second Life. It's a small little business at this point because of COVID and what happened last year and a lot of other rigmarole. But I do still have a couple of customers in there. And so the last week in February, I decided to put my foot down and make a calendar. And I think it's going to tremendously help because now the first week of March, because I'm still trying to, I actually got sick right at the beginning of the month, so that didn't help any. But look, you're not alone now. I did my weight loss video on Monday, and I got my video up for the game night, and the only thing I didn't remember to do was The Sims. So, I'm working on it. So, the whole point is there's so many people out there that have issues with time management. Okay? And something you have to learn when you do have issues with time management is get a calendar. Whether it be one of those calendars you carry around in a, like in your purse or whatnot, the calendar on the phone, the calendar on the computer. Like I use Google Calendars. Write it down. There's also a site which, let me see, it's not logged in. That we used to do that I really should start doing again. Because actually it helped tremendously. You go over here. And let's see. Well, I gotta remember what I logged it in before. Found it. I'm way behind. So, called Habatica. Let's just, tell me later. Awesome. Refill health. It's been a while. So with this program, which I really should get started back on, you can do habits here. You can do dailies that you need to do every single day. This is kind of old, so I have to get it reorganized. And then to-do list. So this is a really good program. It's actually kind of fun. With the habits, if you on a habit, if you go on this like this, right? Here, we had a schedule when this was prior to COVID. If we went on our scheduled day, you would get a plus. If we didn't go on a scheduled day, you'd get a minus. Keeping up with food diary, different things like this. So this section here, you can get multiple pluses and multiple minuses on the same day. Does not looks like at the time I made this, I had already quit smoking. Mm-hmm. By the way, in June, it will be 2 years that I have not had a cigarette. Dailies, these are really important here. Dailies is things you have to do each and every day. So you check it off when you're done. And when you do, you get all these different things. So I will put this link. This is one way to help with time management that I have found. And Google Calendar is another way. So I have that. This tells me when, and I have, where y'all can't see it, I have what days I need to record certain videos. So, yeah, see there, that's when I want to record certain videos. So, yeah, if you ever notice that our clothes are the same, it's because I've recorded most of our videos on the same day. That way I can edit them and get them up. So, time management, very important. You want to definitely try to find a way to manage your time and zoom in on what needs to be done. That way you get your priorities done. You don't forget the important stuff, especially your family, you know, because that, if you're like me, as much as I love my family, I forget things. My family accepts me for that, thank goodness, but I do forget. So, like, they'll come tapping, going, you remember we got to be doing this. So, I am notorious. But just remember, you're not by yourself. You're not alone. Most of us, and I'm not gonna say all because I don't know everybody in the world, but I'm gonna say most of us have issues with it. So just find what works for you, and make sure you're focusing on your family and your friends, your priorities, and take care of yourself and your needs and what you need to do to keep yourself happy, yourself yourself happy and healthy. All right? Until next time. Bye.